What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Box Score. It's Tuesday, October 7th, and we've got two massive MLB postseason matchups to break down today. We're diving deep into both games, side, total, and player props that stand out. Every play, every lean, every edge. And remember, all my final official picks will be in the pinned comment down below, so make sure you check that out after the breakdown. Yesterday was one of those days that remind you why we love this grind. A clean 3-0 sweep on the board, absolute perfection. Dodgers and Phillies' first three under-cashed, Christian Yelich delivered a monster performance, and the Cubs-Brewers over 7.5 came through strong. Yeah, we're rolling into today with momentum, but let's be real, the day before that wasn't pretty. We went 0-3. That's the nature of betting, right? The key is to stay locked in, trust your reads, and fire again with discipline. So, let's keep the energy up and dive into these two games that could swing some serious value for bettors. Let's kick things off with the Tigers and Mariners. The series is tied 1-1, and now we shift to Detroit. The Tigers have looked surprisingly sharp. They took Game 1 and battled hard in Game 2. Both contests have been low scoring, and that's no accident. Pitching has dominated every inning of this matchup. We've already seen George Kirby, Luis Castillo, and Tariq Skubal put on shows from the mound. Tonight, it's Jack Flaherty taking the ball for Detroit against Logan Gilbert for Seattle. Now, Gilbert's been consistent. He closed the season strong, mixing velocity and command with precision. Flaherty's been solid too. 4 2/3 innings with just one earned run and 4 strikeouts in his last outing against Cleveland, but he's been a bit up and down overall. Historically, he's had decent numbers against the Mariners, but the matchup dynamics tonight make this one tricky for him. Here's why. Seattle absolutely crushes fastballs right now. Over the last 30 days, they rank second in MLB in runs above average against that pitch. And guess what? The fastball is Flaherty's go-to weapon. That's not a great sign. His secondary pitches, especially that slider, might get some whiffs, but this Seattle lineup is balanced and dangerous. The top half, Julio Rodriguez, Naylor, Blanco, handle fastballs extremely well. The bottom half, they feast on sliders. So while Flaherty's stuff can get swings and misses, this might not be the lineup to test it on. Logan Gilbert, on the other hand, has a much safer pitch mix here. His fastball-slider combo has been sharp, and as long as he avoids hanging that splitter, he should control this game. The Tigers' offense doesn't profile as a big threat against his arsenal. So my lean is Seattle on the money line. I trust Gilbert more to keep Detroit quiet through the middle innings. In terms of totals, I'm looking at another low-scoring game. Both teams have relied on their bullpens, and the under makes sense again. The line's around 7.5, if you can grab an under 8, I like it even more. Even better, consider a first 5 under since both starters should settle in early. Now for props, Logan Gilbert's strikeout line is the one to watch. His K rate against both lefties and righties is impressive at 32.3%. Detroit, meanwhile, strikes out a ton, 28.5% against right-handed pitching. In his last 2 starts against the Tigers, Gilbert posted 10 and 9 strikeouts. Given how this lineup struggles with sliders, there's no reason he can't do it again. If you see a 5.5 line, that's where I'd lean. Even at 6.5, it's playable if you're okay with a bit of risk or using it in a same-game parlay. So for Game 1, I'm on the Mariners to win, a lean to the under, and Logan Gilbert over. Strikeouts. It fits the rhythm of this series. Tight, strategic baseball where one mistake could decide it. Now let's move to Game 2, Yankees vs. Blue Jays. And wow, Toronto has dominated so far. They won 10-1 and then 13-7, lighting up the scoreboard in both games. But now the Yankees return home with a chance to reset. Carlos Rodon gets the start for New York, while Shane Bieber takes the mound for Toronto. Bieber's been steady this year, but there's a catch. He struggles more against right-handed bats. Normally, you'd think that plays right into the Yankees' hands with Judge and Stanton in the lineup. But surprisingly, there are only 3 righties in today's starting order. That limits how much the Yankees can exploit Bieber's weakness. Still, those 3 righties are the kind that can change a game with one swing. Rodon, on the other side, has his own challenges. He's been tough to hit at home but tends to struggle more against right-handed hitters. Toronto knows that and loaded their lineup with righties, 7 in total, including switch hitter Anthony Santander. That gives the Jays a strong matchup advantage. But here's the twist. Toronto's offense isn't as potent against lefties, which is what they'll face in Rodon. So we've got a push-pull scenario. Rodon's weakness meets the Jays' weakness. It's a balance of risk both ways. Given the way both teams have been swinging, the over 7.5 runs looks like the best value on the board. The Blue Jays have been scorching hot, and the Yankees are due for a response. Even with a little rain in the forecast, humidity could actually help the ball travel farther. The offenses are simply too strong right now to ignore the over. If I had to pick a side, I'd slightly lean Yankees. Returning home after getting dominated twice, this feels like the kind of spot where their lineup wakes up. The short porch in right field could be a game changer, especially for Judge and Stanton. The Yankees' bats profile well against Bieber's full pitch mix: fastball, cutter, slider, curve, changeup, and their numbers against those pitches have been solid. For player props, I like a simple one: George Springer and Aaron Judge each to get a hit. Springer's been hitting .292 against lefties over the last month, and his strength against fastballs and sliders matches perfectly against Rodon's tendencies. Judge, meanwhile, lines up well against everything except Bieber's knuckle curve, which he won't see often. Between the two, a same-game parlay for both to get a hit makes sense and carries good value. So, to sum it up, Mariners moneyline and under in Game 1, Yankees lean and over in Game 2. Props on Logan Gilbert strikeouts, and a Springer-Judge hit combo to round out the card. 2 completely different games. One's going to be a grind-it-out pitcher's duel, and the other might turn into a slugfest. Appreciate everyone tuning in and sticking with Beyond the Box Score. Playoff baseball has a special kind of energy. Every pitch feels like a moment, every inning feels like a story. Drop a 9 in the comments if you made it this far, and let me know your favorite play for tonight's games. As always, if you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check that pinned comment for final plays. Let's cash out tonight and keep the streak rolling. I'll see you in the next one.